Today we'll be talking about Snover, the first of two grass-sized Pokemon as of the filming of this, with the other being its evolution, Abomasnow. Snover's previous BYC dates are May 30th, 1997, March 20th, 2000, January 9th, 2003, October 30th, 2005, August 20th, 2008, June 11th, 2011, April 1st, 2014, January 20th, 2017, November 11th, 2019, and September 1st, 2022. I most know Snover from my Pokemon Ranch. I also know Snover from the Snover Achiever Points from Zane Games, which the hosts of the various quizzes on the channel give out to contestants, usually based on if the contestant's answer is better than the host's answer, with both answers often being puns based on the names of Pokemon. Although sometimes a contestant will say an answer that isn't a pun when the actual answer is a pun, but if it makes the host laugh, they'll still get a Snover Achiever Point. I think Snover being based on a snow-capped evergreen tree is clever. I also think Snover is cute. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we talk about Snover, the Frost Tree Pokemon, whose number is 0459. This is what it looks like. Its type is Grass Ice. Since this is our first Grass Ice Pokemon, I'll point out the grass inside and the ice outside. Ability, Snow Warning. Soundproof is its ability. Gender ratio is 50-50. Catch rate is 120 or 24.9%. Breeding is Egg Group's monster and grass. Hatch time 20 cycles. Height is 3'3" or 1 meter. Weight is 111.3 pounds. Or 50.5 kilograms. Base experience yields 131 in Gen 4 and 67 in 5+. Loving rate is slow, EV yield is 1 in attack. Shape is that, footprint is that, Pokedex color is white, and base friendship is 70. Snover is a dual-type grass/ice Pokemon introduced in Gen 4. It evolves into Abomasnow starting at level 40. Biology, Snover is a Pokemon with a white upper body and brown lower body that resembles a snow-covered tree. It will be 2/3 brown if male and 2/3 white if female. It has green eyes and 3 points on top of its head. Its feet and green tail are stubby, and there are 2 green spikes that resemble pine cones on its back. 5 cones form its hand, a large central cone with 4 smaller cones around it. Edible white berries grow along Snover's midsection. It usually grows the berries when spring approaches. Male Snover growing Snover berries in the animated series. In Galar, packs of its natural predator, Galarian Darumaka, enjoy eating the berries produced by Snover. This results in Abomasnow often chasing them away in order to protect it. Snover lives in snowy peaks in warm seasons, but migrates lower as the weather cools. A curious Pokemon, it often approaches people and can be found inspecting footprints in the snow. There are stories of Snover visiting human settlements, often bonding with the children there. Snover can sink its feet into the snow to absorb water. This helps cool down its body temperature. As mentioned in the Sleet style decks, Pokemon tend to sneak up on the sleeping Snover to consume the berries it grows. Snover is unaware of this while it sleeps. Prior to Gen 6, Snover and its evolved form, Abomasnow, were the only known Pokemon that could have Snow Warning as an ability. Evolution, Snover evolves into Abomasnow, so Snover, Abomasnow. Game data, NPC appearances. Spoiler warning, this article may contain major plot or ending details. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky in this special episode, Bidoof's Wish. Snover is the member of Team Rogue that gives Bidoof a map to the Star Cave and accompanies him on his journey there, only to gang up on him with the rest of Team Rogue. Bidoof is saved when Wigglytuff and the other guild members arrive to chase off Team Rogue. Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, the same Snover from Explorers of Sky, returns and can be recruited. Pokedex entries in Gen 4 and Diamond. It lives on snowy mountains. Having had little contact with humans, it is boldly inquisitive. Pearl. In the spring, it grows berries with the texture of frozen trees around its belly. Platinum. Seemingly curious about people, they gather around footsteps they find on snowy mountains. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. During cold seasons, it migrates to the mountain's lower reaches. It returns to the snow-covered summit in the spring. The Gen 5 Pokedex entries are Platinum's entry. In Gen 6, X is Heart Gold and Soul Silver's entry. Y is Pearl's entry. Omega Ruby is Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and X's entry. Alpha Sapphire is Pearl and Y's entry. In Gen 8, Sword. It lives on snowy mountains. It sinks its legs into the snow to absorb water and keep its own temperature down. Shield. The berries that grow around its belly are like ice pops. Galarian Darumaka absolutely love these berries. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are their Diamond and Pearl counterparts. Legends Arceus. One is likely to encounter this Pokemon while out in the snow. There are stories of Snover appearing in human settlements, but doing no harm. Rather, they bond with the children. In Gen 9, Scarlet is Heart Gold, Soul Silver, X and Omega Ruby's entry. Violet is Platinum in the Gen 5 entries. Snover in the Paldea Pokedex. So we've got 3 of them, 2 males and a female. It looks like there's one of those, like, Pokemon stop things, like with the Pokemon Center and the Pokemart, like one of these kiosks. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's called. I haven't played the game. And we've got Snover and the Blueberry Pokedex. So we've got 3 Snovers, again, 2 male and 1 female, near this human here. I wonder if it's like a trainer or maybe the photographer. That's interesting. They're all in the snowy mountains. That makes sense. Game locations. Side game locations. Held items. In Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, it has the Never Melt Ice 5% of the time. In Ranch, it has the Babiri Berry 100% of the time. In XY, Sword, Shield, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, it has the Never Melt Ice 5% of the time. In Legends Arceus, for normal, it has the Soot Fruit Root 35% of the time, Ball of Mud 15% of the time, and Grid items by level. Alpha, XP Candy S 100% of the time, Seed of Mastery 10% of the time, and Grid items by level. I still don't know how the math works. Stats, base stats, HP 60, Attack 62, Defense 50, Special Attack 62, Special Defense 60, Speed 40 for a total of 334. Pokeathlon stats, Type Effectiveness, Damage normally by Normal, Ghost, Psychic, Ice, Dragon, Dark, and Fairy, weak to Fighting, Flying, Poison, Rock, Bug, and Steel for double, and Fire for 4. Immune to nothing. Resistant to ground, water, and grass, all for half. Learn set by leveling up. 1. Powder Snow and Leer. 5. Leafage. 10. Mist. 15. Ice Shard. 20. Razor Leaf. 25. Icy Wind. 30. Swagger. 35. Ingrain. 41. Woodhammer. 45. Blizzard. And 50. Sheer Cold. By TM001 Takedown. 5. Mudslap. 7. Protect. 11. Water Pulse. 20. Trailblaze. 22. Chilling Water. 25. Facade. 33. Magical Leaf. 34. Icy Wind. 46. Avalanche. 47. Endure. 50. Rain Dance. 52. Snowscape. 56. Bullet Seed. 66. Body Slam. 69. Ice Punch. 70. Sleep Talk. 71. Seed Bomb, 81 Grass Knot, 85 Rest, 88 Swords Dance, 103 Substitute, 111 Giga Drain, 119 Energy Ball, 124 Ice Spinner, 130 Helping Hand, 135 Ice Beam, 143 Blizzard, 159 Leaf Storm, 168 Solar Beam, 171 Terra Blast, 187 Icicle Spear, 193 Weather Ball, 194 Grassy Glide, 204 Double Edge, and 224 Curse. By breeding, this group gives it Double Edge, this group gives it Growth, this group gives it Leech Seed, this group gives it Stomp, Weather Ball, TM normal. No Pokemon in the Monster or Grass Egg groups can learn Weather Ball via Level Up. However, the move is available via TM 193 and can be passed down from the Bulbasaur line, the Charmander line, the Squirtle line, Vileplume, Blossom, the Bellsprout line, the Slowpoke lines, Lapras, Meganium, the Sunkern line, Swampert, the Lotad line, Nuzleaf, Shiftry, the Snover line, the Fomantis line, and the Smoliv line, or copied via Meerherb. Side game data, you got all this. Pokemon Ranger, Shadows of Olmia, in the browser entry. It attacks by launching leaves and hurling hunks of ice. Guardian Signs. It shoots hunks of ice that make Pokemon stopped. Got all this. Pokemon Sleep. It grows berries with the texture of frozen treats around its belly when spring approaches. Even if other Pokemon sneak up to eat berries, well, it sleeps. Snover doesn't seem to notice. Seated Sleep, Upright Sleep, Berry Bearing Sleep. So you got the berries. And a top belly sleep. Evolution data, Snover, level 40 Abomasnow. Sprites here. Okay, so yeah, probably different colors, darker colors. Also a little bit less tall, a little bit, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, you got, and then the male versus the female, the more brown, the more white. And you can see it's a different kind of brown than just that brown. Like, it kind of keeps it's just like the same brown now. And then the back sprite. So you got that. So you can see the male versus the female, the brown line, the white line. You can see the different pieces, the little things off its back. A little bit of its tail as well. So shiny, you've got these 2 greens, even though they're the same green, or very close anyway. And blue for all the green parts. Interesting. And Platinum's a wildly different sprite. Interesting. Make it look a little bit fatter, I guess. And they now unify the brown. Interesting. In Gen 5, you get the full back sprites. In Gen 6, you get the models, so it sort of slims it back down and makes it taller, it looks like. These look to be a little bit smaller and also a little less, I don't know, like that, I guess? A little bit more just like a cone. Interesting. Pretty good adaptation, I guess. Yeah, probably the modern light colors as well. Yeah. In Gen 7, not really much changes. Well, the eyes might change a little bit. In Gen 8, Sword and Shield, you get the much better models. And kind of brings back the peaks a little bit. And Left Arceus, you get these models, which really add the peaks back. Homes, you get these models. In Animation, male Snover in Pokemon the series. Female Snover in Pokemon the series, Diamond and Pearl. Pokedex entries in Diamond and Pearl, episode 121 in Ash's Pokedex. Snover, the Frost Tree Pokemon. Snover live mainly on snowy mountains with little human contact, but are known to approach people out of curiosity. In XY, episode 83, in the same Pokedex. Snover, the Frost Tree Pokemon. When the weather turns cold, Snover moves to lower elevations and returns to the mountain's snow-covered summit in spring. In the manga, Snover and Pocket Monsters Diamond and Pearl. Snover and Pokemon Adventures. Got all this. In the TCG. Other appearances, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. In the Stadium 2 stage, a Snover can be seen on the ice terrain. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, the Snover in Pokemon Stadium 2's ice terrain returns. Trophy information, I think this is supposed to be in the Brawl section, because I don't think Ultimate has trophies. A Frost Tree Pokemon. It lives in snowy mountains and resembles a wintry peak. In the spring, it grows berries that resemble ice candies. In battle, it causes a storm to appear, hides itself in fog, and then creates and launches a ball of ice as a preemptive strike. It evolves into a Abomasnow. Trivia: no other Pokemon has the same type combination as Snover in its evolution. Snover and its evolution are also the only Ice-type Pokemon in the Grass Egg group. Origin: Snover appears to be made to resemble a snow-covered fir tree and a Yeti. Its hat resembles Snowy Mountain and the kanji for mountain, that, which originates from a pictogram of 3 mountain peaks. Name origin: Snover may be a combination of snow and cover, as well as a play on snowed over. Yuki Kaburi may be a combination of Yuki, snow, and Kaburi head, or Kaburi headdress covering. May also involve Kabu, turnip. In other languages, external links, let's move on. Now let's watch Snover's first scene in the anime. Except we can't. Snover first appears in a Japanese exclusive short, which translates to Pikachu's Exploration Club. So instead, let's watch Snover's first scene in its second appearance in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 587, quite fittingly, The Lonely Snover. In this episode, Ash Ketchum, the main character, traveling companions Brock and Dawn, as well as his faithful Pokemon Pikachu and I guess Piplup, are on their way to the Snow Point Gym. And Ash is talking about how excited he is to go there. Here's the Snover.
Sure, I'm always ready.
And that is Snover's first scene in its second appearance in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's say why other people love Snover. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who aren't familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Snover. This is Snover, Pokemon Gen 4 by Vertel. So this nice model of male Snover here. Very well done. Emma Snover egg by Crater Fan. So this fun sort of fan egg for Snover here. Very interesting. And we've got Snover Sleeping by Fester's Funhouse Fan. So it just seems to be the image for the berry-bearing sleep from Pokemon Sleep. Ken and Yuki by Jamie Speck. So we've got Ken the Snover and Yuki the shiny Snow Runt. That's kind of fun. Yeah, very well done. This is Team Power Heroes, Mission 5, Part 1 by Random Comic Sheet. So we have this Fenizen here talking to this Ladybug. So Scarlet, come on, we need to keep moving. I guess it's too cold in the snowy environment. I guess they're on a mission in the snow. We got Palmy, Esper, I assume Shiny Esper, Mindfu, and Weasel. Up in the sky, there's a bunch of Dragonair, and we've got an Abomasnow with a male Snover. That's fun. Very well done. Then we've got Pokemonthly Snover by C Star. So this nice image of a male Snover here. Very stylized. Looks like it's kind of in a blizzard or something. Very well done. Looks to be from 2025. Then we've got 059 Snover by Aaron Tiger Tier. This is very clearly AI art. Very obvious by the beak that they had. Then this is Team Polarized, Back to University, page 8, by Biona. So this interesting comic, very stylized Pokemon here. We've got a Snover, a male Snover, and a Cyndaquil. So I guess they ran into each other, and Cyndaquil says, "Oh, sorry, I wasn't looking. I didn't mean to hit you or start something." He has fire in the hands instead of the back for some reason. Snover says, "You were in a hurry to go to your room, weren't you?" Cyndaquil says, "Well, yes, I'm very tired and then the Snover, for whatever reason, has a creepy grin on his face. Very well done. And this is 459 Snover by Dual Cosmog. So this nice image of a male Snover here with a bunch of snow falling on him, it looks like. Very cute, very well done. Then this doesn't contain a Snover, so move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight, simply because I don't have time. Tomorrow, I'll be talking about Abomasnow. As always, this is my proper outfit, and you'll see me tomorrow.